My role is as project lead, so I'm really overseeing what each of the 4 colleges do in terms of meeting our aims in the original brief to the AOC. I'm also trying to pull together the evidence that each college is collecting, shaping it, passing it on to our digital team to record as an asset in the project's case study, which will be hopefully a forward-facing website that other colleges, other teachers can access and really get a sense of not what works and what will work for them, but what we tried and what worked and what didn't.
My role on the TRIP project at Middlesbrough College, I'm the head of digital curriculum. So it's been one of my roles to oversee some of the digital support that the teaching staff have been provided with, along with other members of my team. So we've worked with teaching staff in the college to ensure that they've got the skills that they need to do what they need to do as part of the project, and also assist them with any hardware queries, software queries, and document the progress of the project.
My role as one of the consultants was to act as a sounding board for the ideas and developments. Acting as a critical friend, my role was to support progress and constructively challenge ideas to ensure that the teacher involved remained true to the aspiration and in turn developed the desired asset to the best possible standard, using all the resources at their disposal.
The TRIP project is designed to introduce T-learning teachers to a range of alternative pedagogical approaches to delivery of their vocational subject, particularly with a view at enhancing maths, English and digital skills development within the context of a vocational session. It's looking at interventions, I suppose, that experiments, supported experiments that teachers can make to their practice, where they can get feedback from other teachers who teach similar subjects or managers who develop CPD programs at other colleges, and use that feedback to flex, amend, enhance their experiments and end up with something that they would like to try when they end up with T-level delivery.
The main aim of the TRIP project is to increase the digital, mathematical and English skills of T-level teachers, and also to help them develop some innovative teaching practices.
To introduce T-level teachers to the opportunities to develop innovative pedagogical practices that will better support students improve English, maths and digital competencies linked to their chosen vocation. Additionally, TRIP project aims to support teachers to take educated risks in experimenting with new technologies that will make a positive impact on the learning experience and the development of their vocational skills, knowledge and behaviours.
I suppose our aspirations were to conduct a number of experiments in the 3 areas that we'll be doing T-level delivery in, so construction, digital and childcare. Our aspirations were to work with the teachers to introduce interventions to their delivery that would enhance one of the 3 additional skill sets that T-level students need to enhance their literacy, to enhance their mathematical ability and their digital skill set. So we just really wanted to put them in the driving seat and let them drive the CPD rather than an external force tell them what to do.
The main aspirations for the project was to work collaboratively with some other similar FE colleges to help develop the skills of digital, mathematical and English across a range of areas, specifically construction, the digital sector and also childcare.
The primary aspiration for the TRIP team is to work collaboratively with other change makers in construction, childcare and computing to support teachers to develop their own skills and knowledge sets, and as a result create interactive VLE based learning activities that bring the workplace into the classroom and build their digital, literacy and math skill sets as required for work, A further aspiration is being involved in a TRIP project is to develop and create VLE assets that through their use will ensure T-level students are able to demonstrate the appropriate professional work-ready skills before their placement commences. And then finally, the important aspiration was to enable the teachers involved to take the lead, for them to decide what CPD they required and for them to tell us what success would look like for their practice and their students.
Personally, I suppose it's going to be linked to ambition, but with a bit more sense of permanence or longevity, so that it's something that you wish to change in your practice or your belief over time that will enhance whatever it is you do.
An aspiration is a desire to want to improve in some way. So an aspiration to either better yourself or some of your practices.
For me, an aspiration is about the desire to do well in some aspect of life or work, to achieve something that takes effort and commitment over time to do.
I think that's the key to this project, is we're putting those aspirations in a specific context. Busy teachers, lots of changes of government policy, changes to the qualifications when we get to see them, which is one of the issues. So I think those aspirations change when you place them in the reality in which they're set. So we've got teachers who would like to do something, but then faced with the cost or the lack of technical knowledge or the lack of expertise in a particular area means they have to pull back on it a little bit, and they do what's achievable, because we don't want some sort of sterile experiment that can only be done in a certain setting. It has to be something that they can reproduce time after time with group after group.
I think aspirations change depending on the path that we take and also some of the feedback that we get along the way. So sometimes an aspiration at the beginning may change depending on that person's personal experiences and also how that person develops as they go through their path.
I think aspirations change over time in relation to the experiences we have along the way. For example, changes to educational policies, both internal and external to the organisation, and changes from the students in terms of their own aspirations and abilities and personal development progress. The initial aspiration may also change or develop in response to access to time, resources and skills. Aspirations may be set at the start, however, the ability to flex and adjust to events and challenges as the project develops is crucial.